Hey everybody, and welcome back to From Guiseley to Greatness with me, GW365. Welcome to video number 23, I believe it is. Yeah, doing okay. I'll show you momentarily even. I can't even speak. As you can see here, media prediction is second, and everything else here. Alex Runton, you may see, is personnel. So, with that, I'm going to go straight into the schedule, but first, hope everyone is alright and having a good time. Let's go into our schedule. We've had a lot of games, and I was going to come back at FC United, but as you can see here, we've got Carlisle next, who, you know, it's a big game. They're a league side. We've made it to the FA Cup first round, but we'll start by going through everything first. So last time we played Bradford Park Avenue, and I've got a sneeze coming, so just bear with us. Pitiful sneeze. So, last game, we lost 2-1 to Bradford Park Avenue, our rivals, which the board aren't very happy about. As you can see here, we've played 7 games, and we've lost one of them, and drawn one, and won 5. So, decent form. So, first we played Royston. Bit of a smash and grab this, to say that Royston are like a non-league, not even a conference or conference north or south. But here are the goals. I'm probably going to do both games, by the way. I'm probably going to do both Carlisle and who is it as well? So there we go. That was the first goal. I think it was actually a tackle on Proctor by Johnson. So he got his 50th goal in this game, actually, which was pretty sweet. Yeah, I'm going to do both games. Got FC United as well. They are currently second. We've just managed to pick them, but we'll get into that later. This was the second goal. I mean, Turnbull very lucky. Turnbull, he seems to cock up all the time, but yet he ends up with a decent rating. It's a pain in the backside because I want to drop him, but then Neil Redfern will start crying. We don't want that because he's Leeds after all, even though recently he's been relieved of his post of youth team coach or whatever that he had to go back to. He didn't have to, but he chose to at first. But a good finish there from Nelson, and that was the end of this particular game, basically. There was nothing really happened in the second half. Literally just yellow card, and that was it. But they had a lot of chances, but they didn't really have any highlights. I think they had one somewhere, one there, I think that was it. Yeah, so nice return to form there in that game. Then we played the bottom of the league, Witton, and it looks like we had quite a few chances, but there wasn't many to stand out. And I actually brought Carl Pleaving on and put him up front with about 30 minutes to go, and he did this. Lynch got the ball, played it wide to Holsworth, 7 minutes to go also. Johnson flicked on, passed it to Pleaving, he found himself in space, took one touch, bang, pick that out. That was someone who doesn't really play up front, and on his circle thing, it's like only like a quarter of the way through, so you can see he's not going to be very good. But that was a very good goal to win against bottom of the league. We were struggling for some reason. Again, look, Jack Turnbull doing the best for us, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, Pleaving got the man of the match based on that appearance there and scoring. The next game, I decided to play him up front, thinking, right, well, you've earned your start. Let's give you a start. He actually played the whole game, I think, due to an injury or something. And this is what happened. We went 1-0 down, give him a kick up the backside, because North Bridge, bear in mind, were second bottom, and we ended up losing to them, which is appalling in my opinion. Denton chested it down somehow, shrugged him off, found Bates, and you know what, that's a good finish to be fair, but I'm pretty sure it's the second goal that I think was a bit poor. I think it was anyway. I think there was another chance not long after this where it was customary. It comes out. It's played out, long ball, good ball across, headed away. Here, just finishing this off. In fact, it's quite a bit of the highlight to go. So yeah, basically, is it? Yeah, we're a bit away. Yeah, it's basically like a long ball over the top. Defender just misses it, but this time they actually hit the post and somehow it didn't go in. Lynch sprinting like a mofo there to get to the ball under no pressure whatsoever. But you know what? I'm kind of glad because it leads to a goal of some sorts. Here comes Johnson, he gets tackled, it's cleared away, longest highlight of all time. Let's get into the goal, please. I think this is going to be it now. The long kick upfield, probably. Assist for Lynch. No, not this time. Maybe for Holsworth? Yes, it is. This is it. Johnson rounds the keeper and powers it in. Well, that was actually a good goal. A bit, Route 1-ish. But, you know what? I'm not going to complain. In this league, that's what you need to do. And then this happened. Again, another ridiculously long highlight. Good couple of tackles. Laurie got it here. I actually thought we were going to go and get a goal at the other end, but then Rotherham with the best pass of all time, straight to Atkinson. I think he's actually on loan from, he's on loan from Leeds, the goalkeeper. Another missed header there in the build-up, this time from Rotherham. Rotherham getting stuck in again. Roberts playing a long ball forward, straight to no one. Just hitting hope, really, this. And then eventually, the deadlock was broken. Well, not the deadlock, but they went 2-1 in front. Did the second bottom, and I always worry that if they get wide right or wide left and get in a crossing position, it's always going to be a goal, and it proved to be the case here. Bateson, don't get me wrong, he's scored 6 goals this season, but he's proving in a poor side that he can score goals, and that was a poor result, I'm not going to lie. Excuse me. So then we moved on to Nuneaton in the FA Cup. They're in the division above us. And, yeah. I'm going to put goals on here. You'll see these. Lewis Holmond with the Man of the Match award here. I think he got 2 assists in this game. I'm not 100% sure on that. But yeah, basically, we got the ball. Long ball forward. Johnson was on it in a flash. Crossed in. And Cowan scored an own goal. And it was actually Johnson that got the first assist. Why Almond got the man of the match, I'm unaware, because he got 8.6, but I know he crossed this one in. Andrew with a delicate header straight down the middle of the goal. Keeper perhaps could have done better, but Danny Andrew didn't care. It was his first goal of the season, first goal for Guiseley since his loan move from Fleetwood. And then that happened with 5 minutes to go, a bit of squeaky bum time. They nearly scored late on, I think somewhere around this area here, but we managed to hold on with a lot of fitness issues. So moving on to the next game, Tamworth, who the bottom echelons of the division, and we were struggling. We got signed Ryan Noble. I'll come on to that shortly. I just thought we were struggling to score goals for some reason. That I actually signed him. That agreed to sign him just before that Nuneaton game. But yeah, we struggled, and then Turnbull did that. This is what I mean, he always seems to cock up, but yet he ends up with a decent score. Look, 7.7. It's all because of our equaliser, you'll see in a moment. So this is what happened, it got thrown, Love got it, he got tackled, and then Adams knocked it long. Hattersley, I thought, hey, this is going to be 2-0, but Turnbull had all the time in the world to pick this up, and with his 1 vision and 4 passing, he does this. Noble gets in behind, a bit of a hopeful ball, outstrengths him, and what a finish on his debut. Unfortunately, that's as good as it's got so far for Ryan Noble, sadly. But that was it, 1-1 against a poor side. It was a poor game, really. They probably shaded it, and we were fortunate probably to get an equaliser. But again, fitness issues again. So seems to be creeping up on us. And then we moved into the Harrogate game. They were like jumping up. We were just overtaking each other. They were going into second, then into third, then into second, into third, and likewise with us. And this was a tight game. But then I believe this has prompted me to change tinker a little bit with the tactic, and it's involving Archie Love. Giving a few things for him. And look at this. What a rocket in off the bar. Love. So I'm thinking, right, I had a quick look, and if you look here, he's got long shots 12 and technique 12. I'm thinking, why don't I tell him to have long shots more often? So I've told him to do that and then do risky passes as well. So that is something else. So we beat Harrogate. A tightly fought contest, but we managed to shade it in the end. And Archie Love somehow didn't get them in the match. Our former man, Shane Killett, did, with a new face. Compared to the one that he had last season, where he had the sun glaring in his eyes. And with him looking like he's maybe strawberry blonde, it'll probably going to burn his face. Right, so then we move on to the last game, which was Solihull Moors. They were towards the bottom end of the league. If we look at the goals here, 10 minutes of highlights, man. And I've got 2 games to play yet. But Johnson got a penalty, basically got body checked over here. I won't go into it. And then we got another one late-ish on. About 10 minutes to go, so 15 minutes ago. Andrew threw it in. Nelson nodded it down. He squared it to Almond. Holds it. Well-worked goal. I can't even speak. A well-worked goal here, if I do say so myself. A lot of intricate passing, and yeah, that proved to be the one that confirmed the win as he punches fresh air. And that was it for the highlights. So you're back up to date. Been some horrendous defending, don't get me wrong. So, injuries. We have had a injury to Gavin Rothery, surprise, surprise. He's injured for 12 days. Ryan Noble is actually cup-tied. Formation changes, I've already explained them. I've got a little list here that I can try and remind you. I need to go to... what was going on with my mouse then? Transfer history. We have seen a few players leave. Sharon Mullen's back at the club. He didn't want to go back to Belper on loan. Elliot Osborne was complaining, and Matthew Bartlett was complaining. I've just literally released Matthew Bartlett because they're not going to get a game. When you look at the reports, we're nowhere near good enough. But as it is at the minute, we are overspending on our wages, which is a bit of a pain. I will look to probably offload a couple of players in January. Probably the likes of, perhaps, I need Jordan Holt, unfortunately. But, I've got Charlie Holt away on loan. I'll probably try and lose someone who I'm not sure. I could do with another left back. Grant Roberts is okay as backup. We are just struggling a little bit. But I've been playing James Laurie on the right. I've probably got more than enough cover on the right, possibly to get rid of Gavin Rothery. As much as it saddens me, his injury proneness is just too much of a pain. He's on £210 a week. It wouldn't cover it all. But all these guys here, they're not going to make any difference whatsoever. Capitani, I'll probably look to get rid of him as well because he just doesn't perform. His stats suggest otherwise, but as you can see, he's had 7 appearances, 7 off the bench. He's only got 1 goal, 2 assists, 6.56 average rating over here. He's not very good. So unfortunately for him, Ryan Noble had a poor game last time out. But that was his debut. That's his second game. So yeah, I'd probably look to get rid of Sean Mullen as well. So then we've got, because I'm still playing Isaac Nelson, I'd like to get him on a permanent contract because if you look at his report here, decent Sky Bet League 2 striker, so that means he should be more than adequate for the next league, the next jump up if you like. Opted to go back to Jay Lynch as well because he was conceding a few. If I just go to his attributes, he conceded 3 in 3 and 2 in 1. Which isn't, I suppose, terrible, but I just thought, you know what, I have a feeling that Lynch would actually probably save them. If I look at Lynch's attributes, he's performing better overall. He's played 13 league games, only conceded 9, and he's doing better basically overall. So, I think we move into the schedule. We look at the team. We've got Carlisle, whose key man is going to be Lubomir Satka, who does look a menacing defender, I'm not going to lie. He's not the quickest, so we might be exploiting with our pace, but he's definitely not going to get beat in the air with jumper reach 16, heading 15, 14 marking, 15 tackling, and 13 position. He's an absolute tank for that division, I would imagine. He's 19-year-old as well. He's on loan from Newcastle. That kind of makes sense that there's someone that good. But yeah, they're not going to be a pushover, put it that way. And this is going to be a tough game. Their form running into this, they've lost the last 3 on a bounce after winning 3 on a bounce, only conceding none. So they don't look like they're going to concede many, if I'm being completely honest. They are 6th in the league. So yeah, they've only conceded 3 in the last 6, and they've only lost 1-0 with them games. So it's going to be a tight game. So we're going to get into it. About time as well, GW, I'm sure you're saying. Ryan Noble, of course, is cup tied, so Isaac Nelson, you might as well get your ass in there, like swimwear. And this is where we've got a little bit of a problem now, because we haven't got tons of players, because of all the ones that are complaining, to go on the bench. Carl Pleven still gets a spot. He's got 3 goals, despite being a complete fringe player. Some of our players here are not the fittest, i.e. these ones, but I think these are our best defenders. 2.5 star, 2.5 star. Definitely the fullbacks are quality. He's been out injured, but he's come back. recently. I had to play Andy Holdsworth at right back for a few games. So, team instruction is still the same. I've switched it to match tactics. I don't know if me changing it to teamwork or whatever is affecting it, because actually the tactics all set to go down in how fluid they were. So, this one is definitely going to be a... It kind of worries me, but it only says weak foot on one person. I'd like to say pick up where we left off, but we are the biggest outsiders you're ever going to know. So I'm just going to say that, get everyone relaxed. Then I'm going to passionately say I have faith in you, and then get no reaction whatsoever. Awesome. I got a bit of reaction there, and a bit of reaction there. Well done. Right, let's go. Carlisle gets underway in this game. O'Connor brings it down superbly. It was a tough ball to bring down so nice and cushionedly, if that's even a word. Put it in a dictionary now. Cushionedly. To bring the ball down with chest after a powerful hit. So it's early doors. We are dominating possession. But it's a long way to go, and I'm pretty sure they'll come back into it, as you can see now. Alex Johnson's picked up an injury, which is not good, because it means that we've got to play Capitani up front. However, we have got Laurie if we need to play up there. But let's just get on with the game. A bit of a setback, because he is our leading goal scorer after all. Despite playing fairly poor, he's in double figures already. Here comes Nelson with a decent pass to Almond. Holdsworth is there, but it's intercepted, and now Carlisle can break, and Asamoah has made a great run past Darcy O'Connor. He's through one-on-one with Lynch, and he's hit the side netting. A bit of a let-off for Guiseley. So we're superior in the air. We're not going to beat anyone in the air. That guy in that monster in defence is just going to destroy us. Saka is going to destroy us in the air. What's the point crossing in when we have Capitani, who is 2'6" and heading of 10, but jumping reach of 3 and strength of 7? Has got no chance. O'Connor on the yellow card. Both centre backs are on the yellow card, which is kind of worrying. We're into this last minute. Long ball forward. Great ball by Lynch to Nelson, and Holdsworth now looking to spread the play. Now it's Almond. Overlapping run from Andrew. Great ball in. Capitani, can he prove his worth? He shoots from the tightest of angles, and maybe he shouldn't have done. Love, have a shot, son. Good tackle. Now Nelson again. It's ricocheting everywhere. McGowan now to Laurie, and the end of the highlight is there, and that's half time. We're doing okay. We're keeping them restricted. I'm kind of pleased with this. We've got nothing to lose. Just do that again. Why are you nervous? Pressure's off. Calm down. Hey, calm down. Well, I know Fleetwood's over that sort of way, but it's... what's going on here? Assertive. This is what I mean. I like to think I've got decent eyes. I've allegedly got 20/20 vision, but yet I was struggling to see all that then. So here it goes. Right, Nelson. Here it goes. Oh, here it goes. Keenan and Kel. Here we go, should I say. Second half underway. Injury inflicted by Beck. Musician. 60 minutes in. Still no real change. I will bring on... Actually, Lowe's having a poor game, which is surprising. He's usually better than that. And I'll really bring on... What's his face? I think we bring on... we take off Lewis Almond because he's just absolutely shattered. We bring on... I would nearly put the keeper on then. We'll bring on Henry Rollins first before Pleaving. So what might happen is I might be able to move him into the middle shortly. Here's a highlight now. Meppen Walter throws it to Kearns. Now it's Beck. Beck now. Knocks it back to Dicker. And now Potts is square. Is that the Michael Potts? No, it's Ben Potts or Billy Potts, whatever. Asamoah. Not Gerald. But he still has the finishing instincts of probably his brother. I think it is his brother. And guys, he found themselves 1-0 down. With a few things to do. Let's bring Laurie up top. Let's bring Rollinson up top. Well, not up top, but more advanced support. You're going to turn into box to box. You're going to actually have more risky passes and shoot more often as well. Rollinson, you're in a decent position. McGowan, you can go to support. We're going to go into team instructions. We're going to go into push higher up. We're going to go into play ball to flanks. Exploit the flanks. Yeah, I think that'll do. Pass into space as well. Okay. Confirm changes. Yeah. Let's try this for a few minutes. See if we can get back into this game. Hopefully we can. Dempsey with a cut ball long into the box. Love heads away. And Griffith plays it back over the top, but straight to Lynch. Lynch will gratefully grasp it in his hands. That's a ball, that is. Nothing else from dirty-minded schmucks. Asamoah now on the counter, plays in Dempsey on this right-hand side, who can get the cross in, and Beck is there. Oh, Lynch with magnets in his hands as the ball just zoomed in, I don't know, honed into his hands. We're going to make a final change. It's going to be Carl Pleaving. Isaac Nelson has not been great. He's going to play up front for us. Last chance saloon. Let's try and leave it. Have a go, love. Nelson! Oh, he's put it over the bar just out of nowhere. Like a... show some passion. Like a... What's it called? Oh, my mind is gone. What's it called? The wrestler dude. You know what I'm on about. You know what I mean. Out of nowhere. Asamoah as well, then crosses to far post to Kearns. Kearns knocks it square. Bex says good night, Guiseley. It's been nice seeing you actually in the first round of the FA Cup. It's time now to focus on other avenues such as the league and the FA Trophy, of course. So a bit of a disappointing result here. I can't see us doing anything else in this game. But Randy Orton is the wrestler. Of course it is. I couldn't remember his name. Here comes Pleaving, who's on the left. Did I put him on the left, really? Yeah, that's right. Oh no, it's a striker, of course. Cleared away. Now Carlisle can counter. Simpson is going to get sent off here, which is a crying shame. Means he'll probably end up missing the next game versus FC United, which is going to be a massive loss. Fortunately, we do have Holsworth, who can actually multitask and play in several positions. And we can move a few players around to accommodate everyone. You're going to be a poacher. You're going to go up top on your own. Let's just try that. I'm not going to be able to do much, sadly. Aaron McGowan's had a torrid game. 5.8, which is terrible. It's a poor performance, really. But, you know, we're against a team 2 divisions above us, so he can't really complain too much. O'Connor picks it up. Laurie. Square it goes to Love. Is it one last chance? Just a bit of pride for Guiseley. O'Connor with the most impossible chest of all time. Love forward to Saka. Saka. Well, it goes straight to Saka, should I say. Back to Lynch it goes. Lynch now just taking his time. But 2-0 down, Lynch. You might want to get a bit of a hurry on. Here comes Pleaving, who's moved out wide right for some reason. Oh yeah, I put him there. Gosh, I'm a dumbass. Capitani now. Finds Love. Have a shot, son. Even though it's gone, the keeper's walking away. You've got an open goal to shoot into. Never mind. That was unlucky, really. But basically what we're going to do is we're just going to get straight into the FC United game. Because obviously you've seen that, and then I'll probably come back for another game. So we're just going to speed through this. Ooh, that's bad. 2 months out. You're suspended. I'll just issue a warning. He'll accept a warning. It's his first sending off for us. It's a shame. We are going to be, you know, quite considerably weakened for the FC United game, but I'm hopeful. And now Miles wants to discuss his thing. He got some games last season, and he did crap. So let's just quickly say, look, I can't envisage you getting football here. See you later on. Aaron Miles, you're on a non-contract. Release on a free. Stats look better than what you actually are. You're terrible. But see you bye. Right, backroom. Let's just quickly have a look at this. Recommended midfielder left. Nicky Clee. Hey, he might be alright to try and get in on loan, perhaps. What's his transfer status? Not needed, available for loan? Yeah, I'll try and get you on loan. Why not? Loan. End of season? Yeah, why not? 20% wages, can I afford that? Yeah, why not? I'll make an offer. Yeah. So we've actually got another left midfielder coming in, which is pretty good. Ryan Noble. Well, obviously, he was cup tied, Stuart Gray. You schmuck. Movement training. Stay back at all times. I'm not sure that player preferred moves. I'm not sure what's the best thing to do. Let's continue. Isaac Nelson has scored a few goals, but in the last 5 games has been pretty poor, unfortunately for us. But we'll have to use what we've got in front of us. We didn't do bad against Carlisle. It took them a while to score past us, but obviously it could have gone better. We've got another 5 days. 5 days. It's 5 games for the next game. It's away at FC United. Like I said, we'll have a look at the table. As you can see here, we are 2 points clear. They've got a game in hand though, so we do need to win this to give us a bit of breathing space. Glenn Murray's wanting to go to... well, they've got him already. They want to extend the loan, but I don't understand that signing because, you've already got better strikers at Leeds, so I don't understand why. And you're paying $22.5 for a 32-year-old whose only strengths are really heading. And obviously his finish is pretty good, but look at that pace. Electric pace. Off the ball is pretty good though, to be fair. But even so, I just don't think he's going to be good enough when you've already got at Leeds the likes of... you've got Billy Sharp, you've got Manu Onwu, you've got Simon Dawkins, who they are actually playing as an attacking mid. Takaru's not great. Antonucci, who is great, is good in first season anyway. I don't know about now, but definitely in the first season. They've actually loaned Lewis Baker, who looks pretty decent as well. Definitely one for the future, maybe to keep an eye on if he gets released later on. If we do actually start to make it up the leagues, I'm very hopeful. We've had a good start. We've had a better start than the last season. We're actually top, whereas Boston just seemed to boss it all season, all through the season, and didn't really slip up. So yeah, things are going okay so far. That's a quality possession. Clear rejects a loan. Alright, thanks, pal. Fine. I mean, it's 32 lights, so that's probably a good thing. Maybe I should have scouted it first. I just thought it's another option. But, doesn't matter. We move on. Lynch has been progressing slightly, but no significant change. As you can see, a couple of green arrows. So let's move on. We need to get to the game. More and more faces appearing. Albeit there's only 2 there. I know there's 4, but there's 2 different people. Belper are going to try and learn him again. Yeah, of course. Don't want him. It's crap. He got loads of assists at the beginning of last season, but, when he first came in. So this is FC of Manchester. FC United of Manchester. You know what? I really can't be asked for this. Send assistant for the team talks. We just need to get in straight to the game. I normally probably would do that, but because I'm like at nearly half an hour, this is going to be a long ass video. Disappointing collapse. What? 2 goals against... bloody hell, against England. England's defence is shocking. There goes your man. See ya. For 1 month. Wow. Pushing the boat out. The rotation. And he scored in 5 appearances. Guess what? 0 goals. So here we go. Looking at FC United. Their form is a bit sketchy, I think. They have actually lost and drawn... well, they haven't won in 4. They've drawn 2 and lost 2. Albeit they lost against Barrow, who I think are 3rd. Barrow? No, I don't know. But basically, yeah, they've got some tough teams. They've had a couple of tough games. So we're going into the lineup. Straight to this game. Billy Simpson, as we know, is actually suspended. So that means that Jack Turnbull, welcome back to the team. I hope you're going to perform better than last time. That's all I'm going to say. Let's have a quick look at you. See if you're improving yet. You're improving in your composure slightly. Those stats are nothing to write home about. I mean, he's got passing form, Vision 1, and I'm relying on him just... because we've got... because we need it on, really. More direct passing. They just hoof it and hope that they get on the end of it. Alex Johnson is going to have to not start even, which means Jordan Marriott could have a start, but Ryan Noble is going to get a start in the advanced playmaker role. What are you like in the advanced playmaker role? Advanced forward, sorry. Not amazing, but probably the same. Got crossing 7, so you might be alright. We'll leave you there. Leave Nelson where he is. He seems to do alright in the poacher role, does Nelson. Bailey Simpson needs to come off. Carl Pleavin. Billy Simpson. Interesting still that I'm not, he needs to be playing reserve team football. There we go. Let's have a look at the fitness actually. Everyone seems quite fit. Darcy O'Connor's probably the worst, but there's no one really else I can put in. I've got Jordan Holt. He's pretty good at passing and that, and he's played a couple of games in centre back, but when I've had a look at his report, he's like 1 star. So yeah, Billy Simpson, yeah. Would rather talk about the people that are on the pitch. That's fine. Positioning instructions apply. 2 weak foots, and let's get on with it. Let us say we are the favourites here. Are we even the favourites? I think we are. We'll try it. I hate it when people switch off, such as Lewis Almond. I have faith in you. It's a long video, and I apologise for the length of it if you do prefer shorter videos. But, there was 2 big games. I had a lot of highlights to cover, but I didn't realise that the FA Cup game was going to be so close. If it had been the other way around, or if it had been like a couple of weeks later, then I'd have probably just done the one game, the FC United. And they're playing 3-5-2, which is interesting to say the least. Alma's got a yellow card, and so far we've had the shots. They've not had a single shot. Laurie with a long ball in. Wingfield heads away. Kokoban plays it well. Lovely ball wide to Sheridan. Great ball. And Sheridan, of course, FC United are the top scorers in the league so far. I think they've got about 30 odd goals compared to us anyway. It's shocking. Turnbull with yet another error, but this time Kokoban manages to miss. This is exactly what Jack Turnbull is all about, and this is why I don't really want to play him. But, he's got 2.5 star, and you think, well, he must have something about him, but he keeps doing that. I mean, those sort of areas are what are the difference between league wins and playoff appearances and getting beat in the playoff semi-finals. But that was a big let-off there. And we're still to create a chance, really, a meaningful chance. Stott has it now from the throw. Now it's Whittor. Hinchcliffe. O'Connor clears it long down for the Nobles in behind. He uses his pace. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper and scores! Great counter-attack there. Noble swings his arm like he doesn't care, and I'm doing it with him. I don't care neither. Great counter-attack football, even though we haven't got counter-attack switched on. Just a long ball hoofed by Darcy O'Connor. Noble was miles behind Winfield to start off with. He must be the most paciest defender in the world, like on par with Big Terminator pair. Darcy O'Connor with the assist. Ryan Noble with the goal. Good to see him on the score sheet again. He didn't have the best of times in the last game that he played. So we're doing okay. We just need to say that. People are nervous. Why are you nervous from me saying that, Danny Andrew? Pressure is off. Just play your actual game. Thank you for being relaxed. Thank you. Right, so there we go. Let's just say that you can improve. Because you can always improve. I don't care who you are. Even Lionel Messi can improve. He can improve on his strength. He can improve on his height. He can somehow grow. He can improve on tackling. Same as Ronaldo could improve on his tackling. He's not the best. So no one is perfect. We've got all-round players, but they're not perfect because they're not as good as Ronaldo or what have you. We are going to make a change shortly. I'm going to just wait while the 60th minute. Dave Winfield. So, Jordan Holt is going to come on for his first game, believe it or not, at left back. He's played a couple of games at centre back as cover, and we are probably going to put on Henry Rawlinson as well. Are we? Not yet, in fact. the fitness levels are quite good at the minute. The only person I'd be willing to take off willingly, rather than injury reasons, is Jack Turnbull, because he's got a yellow card, he's on 6.2 rating, which is not the best, if I'm going to be honest. Bradford Back Avenue are 3-0 up, so that's most certainly going to be a win. Lynch wins it, but now it's Almond. Finds Holsworth now, plays a lovely ball to Nelson, who skies it. That should have been 2-0. And that's all she wrote. But to say they've scored 30 goals, we've limited them to 8 chances so far. And that's the most freakish of own goals you're ever likely to see. Lacey scores an own goal. I'm not entirely sure if it is actually him that scores the own goal, or whether he just clears it into the back of his teammate and it just goes in. Oh no, this is right. It is booted by Sheridan. It hits Lacey in the ball sack, and it goes into the other sack, which is the back of the net. And that should see us with a win, and basically creates a little gap up front. So Isaac Nelson is going to come off for Carl Pleavin. I'm going to give him a game. And Henry Rollinson, you can stay off actually. Grant Roberts, you can give Archie Love a bit of a rest. No, in fact, no. James Laurie, you're going to go across. Lewis Almond's on a yellow card, so I'll just in case, I'll put Henry Rollinson on. Confirm. Bit of a long one this, again, I apologise, it's going to be approaching 40 minutes. Got to decide who we're playing, who we're live commentary in it. That should have been 2-1. Bit of a let-off there. Fortunately, they've not had that many chances, and the chances they have had have not really come to anything. That is literally the widest play you could ever wish for. This is away from home as well, which is pretty good as well. Sheridan now. We were struggling away from home at the beginning. Holdsworth, though, is now back in his more usual central midfield play, more natural. Winfield is going to go here, by the way. Second yellow. Took out Pleven. Dave Winfield with his 6 pace. That's why we blitzed past him. Or should I say, well, by we I mean Ryan Noble. And we are being seriously overrun in midfield. Good to know. Here's a last minute corner. It's missed by everyone, to be fair. Adams gets there. And passes inside to Codron. Hinchcliffe to Lacey. This is exactly what I'm talking about. That's a good win. But like, Turnbull's had a terrible game, but yet we've got a clean sheet. It's just how? I mean, that could have gone so differently had we conceded early on. But a good win regardless. Poor game for Turnbull. I mean, 6.3. He's actually the key player for some reason. But yeah, good result. Sees us 2 points clear of Barrow. If FC United win, they would also be 2 points behind us. In fact, they've actually played their game. It looks like they lost. So we have 5 points clear of FC United. So they have dropped down quite significantly. But I'm not going to complain. So we'll have a look who we're going to play now. I'll just see what these guys say. Danny Andrew is only out for 9 days. That's not so bad. If we go into the schedule, the next game I'm probably going to come back for is probably going to be the Barrow game. At the minute they are second. I mean, Fly to flying at the minute. They are 4th. Stockport are 14th. Colwyn Bay 21st. Brackley 8th. British Stortford 20th. Yeah, Barrow's probably the next big game that we've got. We have got the FA Trophy, but there's no rush for that. Worcester are 5th. We have got a couple of tough games actually coming up, but when you play top of the league and you beat them, or second in the league, and you beat them quite comprehensively, then you know you're onto a winner. And this is probably going to be good. This will be the last game of the year against Barrow, and then we'll move into the transfer window and see if we can get rid of some players and get some better ones in. But we'll see anyway. But hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not press that like button. If you'd like to see more, feel free to subscribe, and hopefully join us for the next one, which I believe is going to be episode number 24. And I'll hopefully see you then. And until then, I'll see you then. Bye.